Let me make some distinctions among three terms: data, information, and knowledge. Data are discrete facts or events. Information means data that makes a difference in something. Knowledge is information that is not only relevant, but it's actionable, and I would argue at least partially based on experience. Most of what I want to talk about is knowledge, not data, and not information. Particularly, I want to introduce you to deep smarts. Deep smarts are a form of expertise, but they're based on first-hand life experiences. They provide insights that are drawn from tacit knowledge, and they're about as close as we get to wisdom. How do we get deep smarts? We get them throughout life. We start in a lot of different activities as a pure novice, and that may be parenthood, it may be first time you're a manager, it may be the first time you pick up a violin or a tennis racket, but we start as a novice, and at that point we don't have a lot of experience to base our actions on. Instead, we have to rely on a lot of arduous thought about our behavior and actions. Then we progress to becoming an apprentice, an advanced beginner. Now we have some rules of thumb, perhaps, that we can rely upon, but we still don't have a lot of experience. Then we proceed to a journeyman, the next level up, and finally we reach mastery. We become a master or a guru of some particular knowledge domain. Now, what does it mean to become a master? Well, let me tell you a story about a master. There was a company, a defense-based company, U.S. Defense, that was competing for a contract with the U.S. government. And these two companies that were competing each sent up 6 prototype air-to-air missiles, and all 12 prototypes failed. In one company, a scientist who wasn't directly involved in the project but had a great deal of experience with missiles called together all of the people who had been involved in that project, and for 4 hours, without notes, in an auditorium, he walked them through every bit of the software, hardware, firmware of that missile and explained to them why he thought that prototype had failed. And at the end of that time, 150 people went back and did things very differently. They even started over on the project. Now that was a man with deep smarts. And 30 years later, this company is still selling that missile.